my beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you are on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as the Unicorn Mom, as well as your favorite tarot reader right here on YouTube. And for today's pick a card reading, I have got a highly requested yes or no reading prepared for you. That's right, you guys. If you have a burning question on your mind right now and you want a simple answer, you would just like a simple yes or no, then this is the perfect reading for you to receive. Because in order to help you figure out whether your situation and your burning question is to be answered with a yes or a no, I have prepared 4 groups for you to choose from. And I would like for you to pick one of these 4 groups intuitively. But before I get into the readings, I would like to thank today's sponsor for making this video possible. So by now you guys know I always talk about the importance of tuning into your intuition and taking care of your entire being, which means your body, your mind, and your soul. ZocDoc is a completely free website that helps you to find and book doctors who are actually in your insurance network. You can click to instantly book an appointment and get access to more than 100,000 healthcare providers across nearly every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, etc. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, doctors who are located nearby, who are an excellent fit for any type of medical need that you may have, and of course doctors who are highly rated by verified patients. You can see their actual openings, choose a time that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit, which means no back and forth calls, just a few clicks and boom, you've got a slot that works for your schedule, sometimes even the same day. How awesome is that? Especially during a time where you're feeling overwhelmed or concerned about an unexpected health situation that just popped up out of the blue. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You don't even have to talk to anyone, just book with a few clicks, which is my absolute favorite part. So if you have been putting off taking care of yourself, no judgment you guys, I think we've all been there before, take this as a little sign from the universe to finally take your health seriously. Head on over to ZocDoc.com/Somuayina or simply click the link in the description box to find and book a highly rated in-network doctor today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/Somuayina to find and book a highly rated in-network doctor today. I would like to once again thank ZocDoc for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it, you guys. How this video works is that in just a moment's time, I will introduce you to these 4 groups, providing you with a little moment of privacy so you can meditate on the 4 groups and pick the perfect group to answer your question. And then what you get to do is click your timestamp and you'll be fast forwarded to the relevant portion of this video. All right, you guys, now that that's all out of the way, let's get into the 4 groups. Group number 1 corresponds to the amber. Group number 2 corresponds to the carnelian crystal. Group number 3 corresponds to the aqua aura crystal point, and group number 4 corresponds to the aquamarine crystal. The timestamps to all 4 of these groups can be found below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access from your laptops, your tablets, your mobile devices, and your TVs. All you need to do is click your timestamp and you'll be fast forwarded to your reading. Also, you guys, I do check my analytics, and a whopping 67% of you are not yet subscribed to the channel. If you want to make sure that you stay in the loop and never miss out on another reading, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and easy to do, so you can stay in the loop of messages that are meant to find you. Right, you guys, so now I'll provide you with a little moment of privacy. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a moment to meditate on the 4 groups, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. All right, my gorgeous souls, so by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these 4 groups. I will be starting off the readings with group number 1, which corresponds to the amber. So if this is the stone that you chose, then please continue watching. To my other 3 beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 1. You chose the amber, and group number 1, you may have noticed I did not call the amber a crystal, and that's because the amber is actually a piece of fossilized tree resin. Even though in a lot of crystal guidebooks you will find this quote-unquote crystal, or shall we say fossilized piece of tree resin, I want you to know that it is in actuality not that. It is not a stone. However, it has a lot of healing and protective properties. And it is a beautiful addition to any crystal collection, and it allows for you to harness your psychic abilities. So let's get straight into it. We have the Dawn of Wands, the Ten of Cups, as well as the Empress. Wow, there's a lot going on here for you, group number 1. Now, the Ten of Cups shows that ultimately everything will end in fulfillment. I want you to know that straight off the bat. That's why I got so excited as the Ten of Cups appeared within your reading. And the Empress is actually a card that speaks of a birth, either of a child or a new business idea. The Empress is also a symbol of abundance within the tarot, whereas the Dawn of Wands tells me that you are the initiator of all of this. The Dawn of Wands represents fire sign energy, as the suit of Wands corresponds to the element of fire. Fiery energy means the type of energy that's passionate, that's enthusiastic, that's also in masculine energy. So action-taking energy. That's what I see. You're inspired. You've got more potential than you have actually seen through group number 1. And what you're going to do moving forward is take action through your potential and finally reach your highest potential. So what we're leaning towards here is the answer for you being a resounding yes to betting on yourself. Of course, we'll delve more deeply into your reading, but I just want you to know here, group number 1, saying yes to growth, saying yes to your happiness, saying yes to abundance and fulfillment is exactly what I'm getting here within your reading, that your angels and your guides want you to focus on. If you have been thinking of starting a family, there is a resounding yes here. If you have been thinking of choosing what makes you the happiest romantically, the Ten of Cups shows us a resounding yes. So group number 1, do understand so far your reading has started off very positively, and we're going to figure out more information that you need to receive to make an informed decision. We're just at the start, and I want you to know here in the Four of Cups, there has been a lot of overthinking, a lot of re-evaluating your situation. And it makes sense, group number 1. You are a very sensitive and empathetic person. You like to think things through before you take action. And I see here within the Four of Cups that actually not including other people's opinion in your yes or no decision is the best thing that you can do, because other people's feelings and opinion will just cloud your judgment, but your judgment is sound. If you've ever doubted your own judgment, your own emotions, and the validity of them, this is your sign. This is a reading to confirm that actually your emotions are so valid. I see here within the Ten of Rings, just look around at the life you've created for yourself so far. The Ten of Rings is a card that confirms that in the earthly realm, as the suit of rings is the suit of the element of earth, which encompasses your job, your career, your home, material things, finances. This is a symbol of culmination and satisfaction. Feeling satisfied with your life and your surroundings. So one thing that I can see here coming for you that you may have not expected is actually abundance emotionally, right? We had the Ten of Cups, so the 10 of the element of water, which represents your emotions, as well as your connections with other people, your romantic relationships, and then the Ten of Rings, which encompasses everything in the earthly realm. So everything that you can touch, everything that is finite, where we have a limited amount, so it can be time, resources that are material. And I want you to know here that so far your reading is showing that these areas of your life will be fulfilled if you make the right decision. So moving even more deeply into your reading, this is also a very fertile time for new ideas. That's what I see here within the Empress. This is a fertile time for you to start a new business, or even for you to look at expanding your family if that is where you're at in your life right now. The 12th house is a house that rules Pisces. The 12th house in astrology is the house of introspection. When everything is aligned in your 12th house, because we all have a first house, a second house, and a 12th house as well. It goes 1 through 12. And each house rules a different zodiac sign. Now, the 12th house by default rules Pisces. You might have a different sign in your 12th house though. But the meaning of your 12th house showing up in your reading, regardless of what type of sign you've got in your 12th house, is that this house, which is the house of introspection, of your unconscious, of the feeling of you betting on yourself and being confident, is where right now your spirit guides and your angels can tell you're going to start to get very centered in. So if you've been going through a time of questioning yourself, not feeling good enough, not feeling confident, feeling a lot of anxiety, this is actually your confirmation, group number 1, that that's changing. That's not going to be for long. You're soon going to feel fully aligned, all of your chakras being aligned, the energy centers in your body, and finally feeling as though, you know what, I am deserving of all the things I desire, and I will get through the challenges. Why wouldn't I? I see here within the 11th house, which is the house of friends, your community, as well as being lucky. And this house by default rules the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which means that this house is the house of you being out there, being rebellious, also communicating with friends and family. I want you to know that what this means here is that your angels are trying to say, communicate your needs, communicate what you want, be introspective about your desires, and then don't be afraid to tell your friends and family what you want out of life, and perhaps also some changes you want to see in your relationships with them. That's one thing that I want you to focus on here within the 11th house. And we've got Uranus. There is huge change coming towards you, group number 1. So the huge change is a positive change. As we can see within your reading, it is a huge change to your confidence level. Also a change in your friend circle. I see that you're attracting more confident, positive, and successful friendships with other people who are on the same wavelength as you are. It's not that you don't like your old friends anymore, it's just that new people are coming into your life who really understand what you're going through, who truly understand your wants and your needs, and who also can have conversations with you you just can't have with your friends from high school. And I want you to also know here within Uranus, which is the planet of the unusual, Uranus actually rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by the 11th house. So having this Aquarius energy in your reading, it doesn't mean that you have to be an Aquarius to be connected to this, or even have Aquarius placements in your birth chart. But what this means when Aquarius energy shows up is that this part of the zodiac wheel is affecting you. Uranus being the planet of the unusual, the unexpected. Being completely unique means that you're no longer hiding yourself from who you truly are. You're no longer hiding from revealing to the world how unique that you've always wanted to be and the ideas that you have for the future. Next, we've got the gateway. Now, the gateway with this gorgeous unicorn depicted on it shows a complete opening to a new transformed life and kind of an existence that is out of the ordinary. It's like the gateway to your dream life. If you think about your favorite singer, your favorite celebrity, and you ask yourself, did they ever think they would one day be on this stage, or one day sell out arenas, or one day live this life? Some of them may have always dreamt of it and wanted it, but how many knew for sure that this door would open into this gateway? And that's what I'm seeing here for you, group number 1. A gateway, a door that's opening. This is a confirmation. This is a yes to your question. This is an answer that is opening doors. Say yes to opportunities. I see here within simplicity next for you, group number 1, that actually the message that you are meant to receive is to not overthink. And if something feels right, just go for it. The thing is, a lot of us, we always think that when we make a decision, we have to stick to it forever. And you might subconsciously be sabotaging yourself or not making decisions because it feels like a lot of pressure. But think about it. It's only a lot of pressure if you feel like you can't change the decision later on, if you feel like you might be stuck in it. However, if you know that you can always course correct, if you know that you can always choose a new direction, choose a new person, choose a new job, choose a new profession, what's so hard about that? You choose. If you like it, you stay. If you don't, then you leave. Next, we've got the Ace of Wands from my Pastel Journey tarot deck, which fits beautifully into these messages, as the Ace of Wands is the beginning. It is the number one of the element of fire, which means a new beginning creatively. I see that doors are opening for you in your creative ventures. So if you're a musician, if you're an artist, you are opening doors for yourself to actually have your art be seen and displayed. If you're an entrepreneur, literally like a celebrity, using your product, endorsing it, and opening the gateway to you doing what you've always wanted to do with more abundance than you expected. And the Six of Wands is also a confirmation here that you will be able to take care of those around you through actually doing what you love. The Suit of Wands is the suit of creativity. It's the suit of the things that spark joy in you, that make you feel very excited, and that are authentically a part of you. So again, your art, the things that light you up, even your job, if you love your job, this would be included in the Six of Wands. The number 6 in numerology is a number of stability in your family and taking care of your loved ones and being able to be generous. Because how many of us are generous souls, but we're not able to be as generous as we want to be because we simply don't have the resources. But the Six of Wands is a literal sign that now is a time where that is no longer going to be an issue, and it's no longer going to be a thought that's preventing you from being as generous as you want to be with everyone around you. We have that confirmed here in the King of Rings, group number 1, which is a symbol of responsibility but also abundance. So it's nice, it feels good to be the person in your family that, yeah, has some responsibility of taking care of your parents, of kids, of siblings, and being the successful one. But if you can, that feels really abundant. If you can, that feels really good. That feels like, wow, this is an amazing opportunity for me to provide and for me to be the one who has more than enough and actually using all this abundance as a tool. Next, within the World card, this is the final card of the major arcana within the tarot, and this is the most favorable card within the tarot. This actually shows us achievement, fulfillment, you literally holding the world being your oyster, the world being part of just your little toolbox, if you will, and not being afraid anymore, not feeling like life is happening to you, but life is actually going to begin to happen for you. And when you feel like the world is your oyster, there's a very different vibration that you're on. It's a very different type of energy that you walk through life with. You will stand just a little taller, a little prouder. You will breathe just a little more deeply because you feel so free. You feel so aligned, and it's almost like you're in your own world. And then we've got give back. So if we were looking for confirmation, again, numerology, the number 6, I explained to you in the Six of Wands how numerologically speaking, the number 6 is a number of generosity. It's a number of giving to others. And we have a little bit of this peacock spirit animal energy, which is an energy of also showing off your feathers, showing off your beauty. And it's not that you're cocky. It's just that, yeah, you're successful and becoming more successful, and you know it. You're gorgeous inside and out. Why not live it? Why not feel it? Why not stand tall and proud and enjoy the fact that you are able to live life on your terms? Why not enjoy the fact that, yeah, you are the one that others can rely on, and it doesn't feel strenuous, but it feels like a giving that you want to do. It feels authentic, it feels nice, it feels kind, it feels fulfilling. That's what I can see here for you, group number 1. So your answer is a resounding yes. Move forward, take the risk, do what feels intuitively right, because you will not be led astray, and be completely fearless about it, group number 1. So this is a very clear answer we've received for you. I hope that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a unicorn emoji below. That is the only way anyone would know that you chose group number 1 as well. If it resonated, if you'd like to claim and manifest your reading, leave that unicorn emoji below, because it's all about intention. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose the carnelian crystal in order to help guide you to figure out whether you can answer your question with a yes or a no and feel confident in it. Now, the carnelian is a crystal that brings clarity and will give us a very clear and concise answer for your question that's not going to leave any room for doubt, where you're going to leave this reading feeling as though you know exactly how to move forward, exactly what to do, and you are fearless. You're no more indecisive. So let's move straight into it. First, we've got the King of Cups, which confirms this. The suit of cups is the suit of the element of water, and water represents your emotions and your feelings. The King of Cups is the strongest of the suit of water. It is the king, which shows that you are the king of your internal landscape. You're the king of your emotions, the king of your feelings. You've got yourself under control. You're someone who has a lot of integrity, and you have stability, internal stability. And this reading is meant to bring that out of you. It's meant to clarify to you that you are, quote unquote, the king of your life. You are the decision maker, and your feelings and emotions are to be trusted. None of your feelings are, quote unquote, too much, and you are in control of your feelings and your emotions. We have the Five of Swords, as well as the Magician that we've received next for you. Now, the Five of Swords is actually a symbol and a sign that you have been so hard on yourself. You've been overthinking. You've been constantly comparing yourself to others, and perhaps you've even been doing this on social media. Maybe you even have felt a little bit of resentment towards your parents for not raising you in a way how you feel like you were set up, a way that you could win. It's almost like you had to do so many things by yourself. You had to teach yourself how to be productive, how to be effective. You had to teach yourself how to love yourself, how to deal with your emotions, how to express yourself, how to do basic self-care and emotional care. You had to do so many things already as a kid and teach yourself these things throughout the years, even as a young adult, that I see here within the Magician. It has made you a master manifester. It's actually turned you into someone who is an action taker. If you are a very type A type of personality, then that makes sense why you felt drawn to this crystal. This reading is for you. If you're the type of person who has always had to take action, even if it was out of their comfort zone, because otherwise nobody would do it. And I want you to know here that what this has also done, aside from made you into someone who is incredibly strong and wise, and perhaps people have even said to you already as a child, you are wise beyond your years. Like, people were surprised when you said how old you were because they couldn't believe it when they saw the way that you were talking, the way you articulated yourself, the way you carried yourself. What this has also done, it has made you into someone that is very introspective. Perhaps you are kind of a loner, like you can talk to anybody, but you are more of an introvert at heart. And I see here within the Wheel of Fortune that you're actually someone who is very adaptable. So regardless of what situation comes towards you, you always end up on top. We're going to figure out whether your situation is a yes or a no, but I just want you to know here that your decision is going to be the right one. The Wheel of Fortune is a symbol of good luck and good fortune. You will end up in elevation, as we've got here in the Wheel of Fortune. You will end up on top. That's what this means. That's what you're receiving within your reading. That's the message that we got here. And I definitely see in the Wheel of Fortune that you ending up on top is a natural progression from where you're at right now. Even if you feel like you're at the bottom, even if you feel like you're at your lowest, you're confused, you're anxious, maybe you're crying, maybe you're overwhelmed, this will pass and you will end up on top. This is confirmed here next within the 10 of rings. The 10 of rings is the 10 of the element of earth. The element of earth means your earthly possessions, everything that's finite, your time, your health, your finances, material ownership things. I want you to know here in the 10 of rings, your job, your finances, all of that is coming to a culmination of satisfaction. I want you to know here that what comes next for you is fulfillment. The number 10 is the last number. It goes ace through 10 in each suit when it comes to the tarot. The 10 of rings means satisfaction, culmination, having your desires and needs met in the earthly realm, being able to enjoy that. Even if it seems like it's far away, group number 2, that is your destiny. That's where you're headed. That's where you're going. But let's move a little more deeply into your reading, shall we? So I'm just shuffling the cards for you, and then we're going to see what other messages we're receiving that you really need to hear that will help you to make your decision. So your decision should be based on looking at what will serve you, and also being like mature enough to understand you have to decide about what's best for you. Don't base your decision on what other people may want. I see here within Libra that you are a very balanced and peace-loving type of person. So there is Libra somewhere in your birth chart where you feel very often compelled to try to satisfy and serve everybody. And sometimes you do that at the expense of your own happiness, of your own well-being. And I just want you to know here within Libra, this is a sign that it's time for you to find the balance between satisfying others, doing for others, providing for others, whether it is emotional safety, whether you're actually lending people financial help, whether you're helping others by teaching them something they didn't know before, you are the unpaid therapist, you are the mom of the friend group. This is about the balance of understanding that you also sometimes need that support, and you should put yourself first more frequently. Libra showing up within your reading, which is ruled by Venus, is also a symbol that your guides are trying to say yes to any type of changes you want to make to your beauty. External changes, whether it's changing the color of your hair, the length of your hair, whether it's, for example, nails, makeup, non-surgical or surgical procedures. Do what makes you feel confident, and don't think about what others will feel towards that. I see here within the first house, which is literally the house that represents how you look as well. Okay, so your personal achievements, accomplishments, but also when you enter a room, the immediate type of energy you bring into that room and the first impression that you make. We've got the stag here within this depiction, which shows leadership, it shows confidence. So literally, when it comes to making yourself feel attractive and pretty, you're getting a resounding yes from the universe, from your guides, about go for what makes you feel good. Investing in yourself is never going to be a mistake because it will pay off tenfold. When people see you and you're confident, whether it's on social media or in an office, whether you're doing a 9-to-5 or you have dreams and aspirations that are entrepreneurial, being invested in your well-being and in your looks is important at this stage in your career. And I see here within the trine and the sextile that things work in symbiosis, which means things work hand in hand for you. When you invest in yourself, people invest more in you and your business. When you invest in making yourself feel good and look good, people invest more time in listening to you. People invest more time in wanting to be around you. So know here that everything works together and everything is meant to be working hand in hand. So you invest in yourself, that investment comes back. That is like the manifestation magic we've got going on here in the first card of the major arcana, which is the Magician. Next, we receive action. Group number 2, take action, don't be afraid. So your guides are trying to say to you, yes, take action. If you have been thinking of waiting, if you have been thinking of delaying, if you have been thinking of putting off, this is not the time for you to do so. Your spirit guides are literally saying to you, Whatever you do, take action. Whatever you do, move forward. Whatever you do, don't let indecision take over and focus on what brings you pleasure. Everything else will figure itself out. If you really need that vacation, book it. Things will figure themselves out. You will figure out how to make it work. You will figure out how to find time, how to make ends meet. You always figure it out when other people want something for you. Why can't you figure it out for yourself? Why can't you figure it out for your own self-care, your own well-being, and the things that you really want? Of course you can do that, group number 2. Of course you can focus on living a life of pleasure, because you were here to 100% focus on living. Living means having fun as well. Focus showing up within your reading is a clear sign that when you focus, you can achieve anything, group number 2. You've always been a highly focused individual that others can rely on. You've always been someone who works well when you are focused under pressure. Maybe ADHD is even something you deal with, and being focused is a huge topic of conversation, how to optimize that, whether you do it naturally or you have some sort of medical help to get you to properly focus. Now's the time for you to get into focus mode, because guess what? We have confirmation in the next card we received for you that this is what will create success for you, group number 2. I want you to know here that your guides literally can tell you will be far more successful than you ever expected, but you have to take action, right? And you have to base the action on the things that truly bring you pleasure, not what you think you should want or what you think you should be doing. Next up, we have emotions are the reflection. The message here is to look for deeper meaning, group number 2. So always ask yourself why you feel a way. If you're anxious, if you're unsure, even if you, for example, are feeling stressed out and you're eating a lot, it's not necessarily because you're hungry, it's because, well, you're stressed out. If you talk to a family member and after that you feel like you need to go out for a run or you need to sit down because you're exhausted, again, the emotions are the answer. And next we received connect with eternity within and let yourself be held by love. Group 2, understand so deeply that love is something you deserve, and it is completely fine for you to find a partner that is safe and to sometimes go through challenges where you just want them to hold you physically and emotionally, and where you allow that to happen. Set boundaries. Group 2, it's important that you set boundaries with those around you. Claim your power, know your value today, group number 2, because when we don't set boundaries, it actually shows that we don't know our own value, group number 2, because when you set boundaries, you're showing that your emotional health is important, that you would rather say no than compromise your own morals and your values and your integrity, and it shows that you really value yourself. And the fear that we often have of setting boundaries and then losing people, it actually comes from a place of not trusting ourselves 100%, not 100% valuing ourselves, because if you thought you were the greatest thing ever on this planet, you wouldn't be afraid to set boundaries. If you thought that you were 100% worthy of people respecting those boundaries and that you had the right people before you who will gladly respect those boundaries, would you be afraid to set them, or would you just set them, forget them, know that nobody is going to cross them, and be able to have comfortable interactions and not be afraid of anyone leaving, right? You would probably do the latter, which is setting the boundaries, knowing that they will be respected, and you wouldn't be afraid that anyone would leave because you know you're just that amazing and that deserving. Next up, number 41, you can do hard things. Group number 2, say yes to the hard things. Your reading is a low-key calling you out on, even if it's hard, do it. You can do it. You will overcome it. You will not only overcome it, you will be triumphant. Remember, you had the Wheel of Fortune, which is a symbol of good luck too. You ending up on top. I want you to know here that it is not as impossible as it may feel. That's the message that we're receiving. And then also say yes. So as a final piece of parting guidance, it couldn't be any more clear, and waiting until the end of your reading for a very clear, straightforward answer probably the best thing that you did to make sure you have certainty, clarity, no more self-doubt left within you, group number 2. Say yes. Now is the time to be open and to receive. Say yes, group number 2, to yourself, to a new future and new opportunities. You've got this, group number 2. Know that I'm sending you so much love. If you made it to the end of your reading, don't forget to leave a little 4-leaf clover below in the comment section to manifest and claim your prediction for good fortune and good luck. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Welcome to your prediction. You picked the Aqua Aura crystal point. This is the beautiful Aqua Aura crystal. Let's do a quick close-up of it for you before we get into your yes or no prediction. This is a stone that helps bring clarity while at the same time keeping you calm. So if you've been feeling anxious, if you're in need of an answer, you're indecisive, try to keep yourself calm, group number 3. There's no point in stressing out. We're going to get into your reading now, and you're going to hear everything that you need to know. So first and foremost, we've got the Spirit of Swords, and then we've also got the Spirit of Rings, and we've got one more card back here, which is the Fool card. Now, what this represents is a fresh beginning coming towards you. I want you to know here in the Spirit of Swords and the Spirit of Rings that we have air and earth sign energy. So I see that you're thinking a lot about the material realm and things that are finite, whether that's your career or, for example, how you spend your time and with whom you spend your time with. And I see here within the Fool that with a new beginning comes freedom, because you get to pick a new path. And I definitely see here that there's a big change that's happening for you, group number 3. Now, the Spirit of Swords tells us that when it comes to your thought process, you're a very open-minded type of person. You don't have a fixed thought pattern, but you're the type of person who is able to reset their mind and see things from a different perspective. And I see here within the 3 of Cups that the next stage for you is to have fun. Allow yourself to go out. Allow yourself to have a good time, to have the drinks, to socialize, to go out and have a good time and party, because that will also help you to see how other people are living life every single day, and that you don't have to hold yourself back. You don't have to be working 24/7. You don't have to be sad that something didn't work out with another person, romantically speaking. All of that doesn't have to be your reality. As I see here in the Ace of Rings, which in combination to the Spirit of Rings means that in the earthly realm, so everything that is tangible and material, and in regard to the element of earth, you're finally going to be recognized and you're finally going to turn the leaf to success. If you feel like you've been working so hard, you've been putting in so much effort when it comes to your career and your professional life, but you're just not seeing the results, I want you to know that recognition and success is next for you, group number 3. So all of this working, putting in the effort, and also being the type of person who's reliable, dependable, who isn't afraid to actually burn the midnight candle, to put in the extra effort that no one else would do. It will be rewarded, even though as you're going through the trenches, it sometimes feels like endless. It sometimes feels like it's going on forever. And I see here within leadership as well as going forward, that moving forward, you're going to move into a leadership position when it comes to the earthly realm in your career, and also, though, within your romantic relationships. Now, going forward, being the leader means getting a promotion. It means starting your own business, leading that, leading yourself. If you are someone who provides a service, I want you to know here that moving forward, being the leader is the best position for you to be in, because it allows you to pick the path that you want. It allows you to pick a different journey. It allows you to go down a path that actually makes you feel like, okay, this is going to lead to an outcome that I desire. This is going to go somewhere desirable. And within taking action, you are going to feel more inclined to act. You're going to feel more inclined to do things. Now, we're going to get to your yes or no answer, but your spirit guides literally are bringing the message that moving forward on a clear path will help you later down the line to take action. But in order to get there, you have to become the leader. And what I'm getting for you, group number 3, is a no for the situation that you're in, because it's not for your highest good. It's not going to serve you on the level that you desire, because I see here within inner peace, you've been overthinking so much and taking other people's feelings and wants and needs and desires into account. It might seem like a noble thing for you to do, but That's a no, group number 3, because when you do that, you're actually undermining what you want. You're actually undermining your own abundance. The koi is a fish that represents abundance, in case you didn't know. Especially in the East, koi are extremely expensive. It's a very luxurious pet for one to own. It is a status symbol, especially the older the koi are. And I want you to understand here that inner peace comes when you decide to follow the path that you were destined to be on. I see here within Mercury that for you, group number 3, the planet Mercury is a planet of rational thinking, of the mind. And I want you to understand that when it comes to your guides, they want you to think so rationally about the next steps moving forward. Say no to your emotions and expectations of others interfering with the decision that you're about to make. Say no to anything that isn't going to actually aid you in having more fun, spending more time being social, being yourself, and even allowing yourself to get a little crazy at times. It's not anything to feel embarrassed about or like, oh, you're doing too much of the craziness. No, 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 no. The 5th house is confirmation that we received next in your reading. Get creative. Your quote-unquote craziness, you going a little quote-unquote crazy. What this means, group 3, is that actually you will be able to create the best art you've ever been able to make. You will be able to make things that before you were too shy to actually draw, to paint, to say, to spell out, and to develop and to create and to curate. So when you are in quote-unquote crazy mode, you're actually being your most creative self, and that's when you actually make things that are going to have a ripple effect and that are going to inspire others as well. Next up within Libra, say no to anything that does not inspire balance in you. Libra is the zodiac sign of being diplomatic, of also being very peace-oriented. And when you're so peace-oriented, which is the type of energy that shows up when Libra is in your reading, even if you're not a Libra, we've got a little bit of the energies of all 12 signs of the zodiac within us. But of course, if you're a Libra in your sun sign, that's more pronounced for you. Or if you're a Libra moon, a Libra rising. This means that balance sometimes also entails you saying no to anything that gets you out of balance. Not just always thinking how you can balance situations with others. You see, we have another symbol of the scale here within the Fool, but actually the new you, not being so concerned with, oh, how can I balance things for everyone else around me? How about you think about how you can balance things for you? And I do see here within Pisces, immediately we're getting the message, it's because you're very sensitive, you're very caring. You're the type of person that always puts others' emotions on a pedestal. You're the kind of person who is super in tune with their surroundings and their surrounding energies. And I see here that being this sensitive, at times it might have felt to you almost like it was a bad thing, almost like you are suffering under your own sensitivity because it's not allowing you to be cutthroat, right? But I want you to know there is a fine line between being emotionally regulated, sensitive, and intelligent, which you are, group number 3, but also remembering that you have to stay in balance too. You can't always be the peacemaker and the balance creator for everyone, but nobody does it for you, not even you doing it for yourself. Next up, we have got disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Remember, your reading is leaning towards telling you, no, 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 don't move forward with something that is undermining you and your value in order to lift up someone else, in order to create a business for another person, in order to make someone feel good who doesn't value you romantically. That's a no. And your spirit guides are immediately giving you this kind of consolation, is what I would call it, telling you disappointment is not the end. Yeah, some situations and human beings, they will disappoint you. Romantically, you might feel disappointed that someone did not show you the same care, did not show you the same understanding as you would have shown them, or you actually have shown them. Next, we've received number 18. It's okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. Sometimes you think someone gets you, but then you understand actually they misunderstood the situation, or you're not on the same page the way you thought with someone. And that's okay. It's okay for them to not get it. It's okay for them to not be the one. It's okay for this job to not be the one that you're doing forever. It's okay for a business idea to not work out. Because guess what? Today is the day. It's time to begin the journey. It's time to begin the new. We're leaving the old behind from this psychic prediction, group number 3, which means that the overthinking, leave it behind. The feeling of not being enough or not being able to accomplish everything that you desire, leave it behind. Today is the day that you begin your journey of growth towards all of your desires that actually honor your worth and your value. And today is the day where you're not going to tolerate someone putting you in a situationship. You're not going to tolerate people at work treating you badly or disrespectfully. You're not going to tolerate being perceived as someone who you're not, and that affecting how you behave and your confidence level. Today is the day that you grow, that you expand, that you open a portal to the new you and you start living it. And guess what that's going to do next? Next, we receive the success card and the success message, group number 3. Success is assured. Success is coming your way. This is a confirmation of success. So don't feel as though a redirection or receiving the message to hold off on something, that's a bad thing. Remember a time where you really wanted something, a job, a person, a relationship, and it didn't work out, but then you actually got something way better because that didn't work out. That's what I want you to be so aware is coming towards you here in a new beginning. Your spirit guides are trying to say to you, group number 3, what is coming next is a new beginning. What is coming next is a new opportunity. And with new opportunities come new areas in your life that are going to improve, that you can build out differently, and that you can create to be exactly how you want them to be. So with every new beginning means that we also have to accept an ending. And that is why you received the disappointment is not the end card, the message of reminding you that actually an ending does not mean that everything is done, that now things are bleak. Actually, that means you have the opportunity for the birth of a new idea, a new relationship, and something that actually serves you. Because I see here within the 3 of Swords, this is the end. This is an upheaval. This is a release of the things that weighed heavily on your heart, that hurt your heart, that made life more difficult to navigate, because often we're holding on to things that are hurting us or harming us internally, and we don't realize that we deserve a new beginning. And ooh, we have a card that popped right in before I could even begin to shuffle. Let's see what message this contains. The 7 of Wands. Be persistent. Have conviction on your path, on your journey. You're moving up in life. You're moving up when it comes to your career. You're moving up in love. When things don't work out with someone, it's sometimes because they are quote unquote beneath you, because you actually deserve higher, you deserve more, you deserve better, you deserve more care, more understanding, more appreciation, more clarity, you deserve more funds, you deserve more responsibility, you deserve to be cherished and celebrated more. That's what I'm getting here for you, group number 3. So this is an upgrade. This is basically your life saying no to things that are beneath you that you don't deserve, because you deserve more, because you're on a higher level, because you put in the work and the effort to get there. But you have to claim it, or you will constantly be in a situation of indecisiveness. So this is about claiming what's best, understanding you deserve what's best, and going for it authentically, because it's no mistake that the next phase of your life is going to be filled with opportunities that are way bigger than the opportunities anyone else has around you, but it is for good reason and due to the fact that you have persevered through things that people around you have not been able to persevere through. Now, group number 3, this is the reading that I received for you, and I trust that you found it insightful. Feel free to leave a rainbow emoji below in the comment section to claim, to manifest this reading, to let me and others know that you belong to group number 3, because that's the only way anyone would know. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet that we call home, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 4. You chose the aquamarine crystal to help guide you in your yes or no reading. This is the beautiful aquamarine crystal, which is a very calming stone that allows you to connect to your emotions. So that's what we're going to get into in your yes or no reading and figure out exactly what the answer is for you so you can calm yourself and feel emotionally connected to your urges and desires that really represent exactly what it is that you desire, that you need, and that you deserve. Oh, we've got the Chariot that popped right into your reading, and the Two of Rings. So the Chariot is a symbol in the tarot of forward movement, as you can see here with this magic carpet. So either way, things are moving forward for you, and the Two of Rings corresponds to the element of earth, as the Suit of Rings is the suit of the element of earth, and this actually shows us that what's coming next is quick forward movement in a romantic relationship where you're merging resources. So you're being very adaptable when it comes to this. You're open to change. You're open to merging resources with another person, time, equity, your home, your heart, all of these things in the earthly realm, all of these quote unquote material things, your health, your time, everything that's finite. And I see here within the Chariot that once you've put your mind to something, you have a lot of willpower and you know exactly what direction that you want to go into. So I see that when it comes to romantic relationships, you are creating a stronger bond moving forward. So romantic relationships are a yes for bond creation. It is a yes for you to create something with another person, even if that means you have to be a little bit adaptable and adhere to another person's lifestyle to a degree. Next, we have the Spirit of Cups, which is the spirit of the element of water. The element of water represents your emotions and also your relationships, romantic ones and platonic ones. Now, the Spirit of Cups shows a new beginning in your relationships and opportunity for a lot of creativity. I want you to know here, the Spirit of Cups means water sign energy that you can move forward with very quickly. So right now, we have a strong yes for you merging with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, because those are the types of signs that will be honest with you, but who also understand what you need. Like if your love language is that you like words of affirmation, or that you like people giving you gifts, or people actually physically being there with you, spending quality time with you, they will want to love you in the way that you desire to be loved. And I see here within the Eight of Wands, we've got alignment and progress for you. This is a very positive sign for your relationships, whether it's with a water sign or with any other sign of the zodiac. You're making progress, you're in alignment with other people, and you're the type of person that anyone can come to with any problem. It's like you're the mom friend of the group, you are basically the unpaid therapist, group number 4. I hate to say it, but you know how I am. I'm always very honest within these readings, and sometimes it can feel draining, but sometimes it's also really rewarding. And I see that what comes next is that so many people who leaned on you are going to come back now being people who you can lean on, supporting you in your business, in your career, in your day-to-day life. I see in the Three of Rings collaboration and you being seen as someone who's really competent. So even at your workplace, if you're working a 9 to 5, being the person that's selected to be promoted, to take the step up, because you are so well liked, because people see you as someone who is in a complete place of competence, where you are able to collaborate with anyone, whether you love them, whether you're not 100% sure if they need to be your best friend or not. You are a person who understands when you're doing work things, and then you focus on that, and you understand that that can be different from your free time. And you're very much focused on goals and results without judging people in the meantime, because it's not necessary. And the Three of Rings shows a lot of collaboration happening in your career, saying yes to collaborations and taking steps upwards. So the question that you have in your mind, should I go for this? Should I not go for this? in your romantic relationships. When it comes to feelings, emotions, other people, we have quick forward movement, alignment, and progress. Same thing for your career, same thing for the earthly realms. This is a resounding yes, take the opportunity. Next, we've got disappointment is not the end and go on an adventure. Now, looking into this card, the message we're receiving is there is hope even in the darkest of nights, and go on an adventure. Today is the day to try something daring. So if you got news that you didn't love, like that you didn't pass that exam, like for example, you have some sort of responsibility to deal with that you didn't want to take care of, maybe you're dealing with some friction in your romantic life, go on the adventure, go on the trip, book the flight, go away, be this mysterious person that seems to be truly living. Because I want you to know that life will test you. When you feel disappointed, when you feel like you're not making progress and you still behave like someone who makes progress, you still behave like someone who's going to win in the end, guess what you're manifesting? You're going to manifest winning. You're going to manifest that regardless of what happens, regardless of what life tries to throw at you, you're going to win, you're going to make progress, and you're going to do something daring and come out on top. Next up, we've got pull yourself close. My gorgeous soul of group number 4, every part of your being is deserving of love. Remember that, because sometimes you may look at something. It could be like on your external plane. It could be a feature of yours. It could be something to do with your skin, with the shape of your body, with your hair, with your facial features. Understand here to pull yourself close and remember that these features of yours, they actually also represent your ancestors and everything that your ancestors fought so hard for to get you here today, where you were even able to be born. And to remember that every part of that deserves love. That is a part of you. It shows fighting spirit. It shows where you come from. It shows your roots, your origin. And it deserves for you to love it. Whether society thinks it's the standard of beauty or not, who cares, group number 4. Next up, number 14, flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Move your body, dance, have a good time, put on some of your favorite songs, shake your tush, group number 4, shake your booty. I know sometimes it can feel cringe, it can feel uncomfortable, especially if you don't consider yourself someone who moves in a very like attractive way or sexy manner, so to say. If you don't feel like you're the best dancer, I totally get you, group number 4. And if you feel like you're very stiff in your body, totally feel you, it can feel uncomfortable, but nobody needs to know. Movement is actually here to help you get rid of stagnant, stale energy. There's a reason why this card has showed up and why your message is to flow with the rhythm. Book the yoga class, book the Pilates flow class, book the dance class, go out and move as much as you can. Even just going on walks, putting on your favorite playlist and walking to it as though the world is your runway, like walking on the beat. This is something I love doing, especially if I go for a walk somewhere in the nature, because nobody needs to know, but you know you're flowing with the rhythm. You know you're recalibrating your entire nervous system. You know that you're stepping into your most confident version of yourself, and that's the only person that matters and needs to know in this very moment, group number 4. Next up, we've got be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence and just be. Until further notice, until we say yes or no to your question, just be still. Cultivate a little space of silence. Meditate on your question. Give yourself time to be still, because sometimes you're such in a whirlwind type of energy. You're so much all over the place. You have so much anxiety that's pulsing through your veins in your body that you've never actually taken the time to relax, to be still, to meditate on what the right answer and the right move for you might be. And you would be surprised that if you just give yourself a little moment to breathe, how answers can flow through you that previously you weren't able to receive because you didn't give yourself even a small moment to catch yourself, to breathe, to ask yourself what it is that you really want, to listen to your gut feeling and your intuition, to listen to divine guidance. I see here within the 6th house that the question we've got here with also master number 44 is this sustainable? Even right now, how are you breathing? Are you just breathing into your chest, or are you breathing into your belly? Are you breathing deeply, or are you scared? Are you breathing in anxiety? Are you aligning your chakras? Are you aligning your life with your desires? Or are you simply allowing for life to happen to you? Are you leading your life, or are you letting emails come in, People start arguments with you. Bills come in that you don't know how to pay. People treating you like an option when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. Are you allowing that to happen? Or are you actually looking at how you want things to be, setting boundaries and saying to yourself, this can only happen if I allow it? But sustainability means that you set boundaries so in the long term you've got enough energy for yourself and to live life to the fullest. Because if we constantly just allow life to happen to us, life and people, especially other people, they will drain us of our energy and our light if we allow it. And a lot of us were never taught how to set boundaries. And I see here within the sun that you literally have an abundance of energy within you, and maybe you're not aware of the fact that you shine really brightly. It's like you're a light worker, almost like you're from another planet. Group number 4, you're the type of person where when you walk into a room, things just feel light. Things feel airy, things feel brighter. You change the entire energetic frequency of every room that you're in. And I want you to know here within the sun, being the source of light also means you get to decide who has access to you. And not everyone needs to have access to you or deserves to have access to you. And within the 4th house, which is the house that is ruled by Cancer, the zodiac sign of emotions, the home, and also feeling safe, feeling at home and grounded. I want you to know here the 4th house is actually a sign, it's symbolic of being at home and protecting your home. So that means the answer is no to inviting people over to your house who don't respect you. So that situationship that is not letting for your connection to progress into something serious, hard no as the answer to allowing them into your home. They're messing up the energy within your home. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve the proximity to you and the beautiful space that you have created and that you provide for yourself. If they're not making you happy or helping you in the earthly realm, and they're not providing any type of learning experience for you, they should not be around you. I see here within Neptune, as you can see, we've got the explosive energy of planet Neptune. Neptune is the planet of imagination, of also being in a very sensual type of energy. How can you be in a sensual type of energy if you feel like the vision of yourself that someone else has is they took you even though you weren't perfect, or like, yeah, they're too good for you, but they still accepted you. They gave you a chance. No, 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 no. Group number 4. You are to be adored. You are to be seen as the special, beautiful, seductive goddess or god that you know yourself to be. And here within Neptune, remember that if there is confusion that's present, then there is a huge no for you. Then that's where you don't anchor yourself in giving someone your energy or moving forward with them. As I see here in the Chariot, you are the kind of person where once you put your energy into things, literally you turn dust to gold. And you have to be very careful about whom you give this to. This is a gift that you've got, group number 4. Next, within Pallas Athena, literally your guides are saying to you, think. The universe is saying to you, think. Think long, hard, and intensely. Whether the person before you, whether the situation deserves your energy, whether it deserves your mental real estate, because your mental real estate, in case nobody has informed you of this, group number 4, it's expensive and not everybody can afford it. And that's okay. You put your price, you set it, and the people who can't afford it, they cannot. That's why they need to go somewhere else. That's why they need to go to a different state, a different country, a different person who values their mental real estate less, because you are upping the price, and that's actually what's creating freedom. Because group number 4, when you say no, and I keep getting no as an answer for you and your question, I keep getting you saying no to everything that is not what you want, because that means that it creates freedom, because the only time you're saying yes is to the things that you want, that you deserve, and that you know are on the level where you don't feel like you have undersold yourself, like you have undersold your own value. And when you keep saying no to anything that does not meet the standard, so no to people who are romantically undervaluing you, not treating you with the respect that you deserve, not giving you the attention that you desire and require. You are only saying yes to people who are worthy of your time and your energy and who will multiply the abundance in time, energy, and love. You're only saying yes to potential partners who will actually turn into something of value, which is for you. If you value a partnership, by definition, that continues. That's a relationship that lasts a long time. So if you say no to the short-term things, to the situationships, to the people who act like they're confused, but actually they know what they're doing. They're just taking your energy, taking your time, using your body, knowing that they don't want to commit. When you say no to all of those individuals and you set the boundaries, what that creates is freedom, because you only get to basically be in the pool with the people who you can feel safe around and who want to give you exactly what it is that you desire in this lifetime. And when you keep doing that, actually what you do is you create a type of fertile ground for miracles. You create a type of fertile ground for things to grow that you never thought possible. It's like all of a sudden meeting your twin flame, your soulmate, all of a sudden finding this career opportunity, whether it is in the corporate world, whether it is you creating your own business, and it's like a miracle. It just works because you've said no to everything that you don't want to do, that undermines your value, where you're underpaid, overstressed, and that's when miracles start to occur, and that's when the real sweetness of life comes in, just like we've got here within the fulfillment card and the peach. That's when the real kind of nectar can be felt, can be seen, can be tasted in your life, because you are saying no to everything that is splenda, that is salt, and that is aspartame, which we don't even know the long-term effects of that on your well-being. But the thing is, you have to trust. You have to trust that when you're saying no, it's not like you're saying no to what could have been an amazing opportunity. You're saying no to something that wasn't going to lead anywhere anyways. And you have to be confident in this and trust in this. And I want you to just know here, group number 4, there will be people where you will say, I deserve better than you romantically, and then they will come back and they'll try to make up for it and so on. But you have to trust that you deserved more to begin with, and that you are not missing out on anything, because often people want to make you feel as though you're missing out on something, when actually it's just for them to stroke their ego, to know that they can still have you and they will come back, but they will just behave the same way that they behaved the first time round. Don't let that happen. Don't be a fool. We've got the Hanged One next. The Hanged One represents a transition, a sacrifice of the stuff that you don't want, because you're seeing life from the perspective of you're saying no to the things that aren't getting you to where you want to go anyways. And every time you say no to that, you're actually saying yes to what you want, and actually saying yes to the things that you want, that you desire, to how you want your life to look, especially with relationships. I'm getting strong no's for what doesn't represent your dream life. And then we've got the Magician. From there on out, when you learn to do this, when you learn to practice this, it's like you become the magician of your own life. You become the master manifester. Everything shows up in synchronicity as well. The Magician corresponds to the number 1. So seeing the number 11, which is a master number, or angel number 111, is something that happens very frequently when you are manifesting. It happens very frequently when you're actually on the right track, when your spirit guides in the universe is trying to say, keep going down this path, keep doing this, keep following this road. So group number 4, the overarching message that we have here is you saying no to anything that does not represent the future and the path forward and the dream life that you're creating for yourself and that you desire. Say no when it feels iffy, when you're unsure, and have faith that saying no is actually the best move for you to make in the long term. So group 4, if you made it to the end of your reading, make sure that you leave a sun emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here, that you received your reading, and that you claim and manifest it. Group number 4, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.